Good morning, one and all. So last class we are discussing about the problems on transformer, so which is to be affected by the EMF equation of a transformer, phasor diagrams of a transformer. So now today we are discussing about the testing of a transformer. So testing of a transformer. So in this, so we are discussing about the OC and SC test, open circuit and short circuit test. Second one is Sampler test, separation of losses, auto transformer. So and additionally comparison between two winding transformer and three winding transformer. So these are the topics is to be discussed in this unit. So first one is OC and SC test. So testing of a transformer. Testing of a transformer. So in this, first one is OC and SC test, open circuit and short circuit test. So why we are conducting this test? So we can find out the efficiency of a transformer. So efficiency of a transformer is always getting the value in between 96 to 99%. So because of transformer is a static device, so losses in a transformer is very small compared to the DC machine, either motor or generator, because of which is a rotating machine. So losses are also more compared to the transformer. So because of in case of a motor or generator which is to be existing of constant losses, variable losses, so in that iron losses, mechanical losses and copper losses. But in case of a transformer, it is a static device, so which is only existing of a two types of losses. One is the iron losses, second one is copper losses. So that's why the efficiency of a transformer is always varies in between 96% to 99% based on the range of a transformer. So in this, first one is the open circuit test. So open circuit test. First of all, supply is to be directly connected to the auto transformer, so which is also called as a voltage divider, so which is to be connected across the voltmeter, so which is always measures the voltage across the supply. Another one is which is to be connected in series with ammeter, so whatever the current is to be drawn from the supply is to be measured by ammeter, so which is also connected in series with wattmeter, across the primary of a transformer. Another one is secondary of a transformer, primary of a transformer and secondary of a transformer. So in this, so first of all we know the rating of a transformer. So in this we are connecting the either 1 kVA transformer or 2 kVA transformer, so which is equal to 230 by 115 volts. So in case of a open circuit test, secondary terminals are always open circuited. So open circuit test is always conducted on LV side. So LV side means, so which is equal to 0 volts, so which is equal to 115 volts. So why we are using this type of categories? Because of transformer or open circuit test is always conducted on LV side, low voltage winding. So in case of a transformer which is to be existing of low voltage winding is equal to 115, so which is always carried by the primary side, or so voltmeter, ammeter as well as, so this is the wattmeter, which is equal to wattmeter, so which is always measures the power. So whatever the power is to be absorbed by the transformer, so which is to be directly measured by wattmeter, which is to be denoted by W naught. So which is equal to input voltage, whatever the supply is to be directly given to the auto transformer or voltage divider, auto transformer. So this is the basic circuit of a open circuit test. So in this, secondaries of a transformer is always open circuited. Then so we can apply the rated voltage or whatever the AC supply, either 230 volts is to be directly applied to the auto transformer. So by varying of this terminal is to varies from 0 to 270 volts. This is the range of a single phase auto transformer, which is to varies from 0 to maximum voltage. So corresponding voltage and current is to be measured by these two elements. So in this, by conducting open circuit test, LV side or transformer is always conducted on LV side. So that means 115 volts by varying of auto transformer from 0 to 150 volts, 115 volts. Okay, so 115 volts, corresponding voltage is to be measured by V1 is equal to 115 volts. Corresponding current is to be drawn from the supply, which is to be denoted by I0, So corresponding power is to be absorbed by the transformer is also measured by wattmeter, which is to be denoted by W0. So when we are conducting open circuit test, so finally when we are getting three values, so one is the input voltage, another one is no load current, third one is no load power. So these are the parameters is to be getting to conducting a open circuit test. So another one is, so why we are getting these three values? What are the indications of these three values? So in this, whenever the secondary terminals is to be open circuited, and means load current is equal to, so that means I2 is equal to 0. Load current is equal to 0. So load current is equal to 0. So corresponding voltage is to be applied across the primary of a transformer. So corresponding current is to be drawn from the supply is equal to I0. So this much amount of current is always utilizing the overcome the losses in a transformer, such as iron losses. Iron losses is a combination of hysteresis losses and eddy current losses. So this much amount of current is to be drawn from the supply to overcome these two losses. Another one is, whatever the current is to be drawn from the supply, so I0 is always equal to 8 to 10% of full load current. 10% of full load current. So for example, when we are considering as a transformer which is to be operates on the full load current is equal to either 20 amperes. So but same transformer is to be operates on no load condition, the current drawn from the supply is 1.8 amperes to 2 amperes. So this much amount of current is only drawn from the supply which is to be operates on no load condition. So that's why a small amount of current is to be drawn from the supply. So copper losses, because of that current is to be linked with the primary of a transformer, so which is also existing of a small amount of copper losses. The magnitude of core losses are always more than the copper losses. So based on that parameter, we are neglecting the copper losses. So because of small amount of current is to be drawn from the supply. So whatever the voltage is to be completely depends on the iron losses. So that's why whatever the current or whatever the power is to be indicated by the transformer or wattmeter, which is always gives the iron losses is to be existing in a transformer. So these are the general or basics of a open circuit test. So first of all, why we are conducting open circuit test? So because of we are calculating or conducting, we can measure the iron loss in a transformer. So these losses is to be calculated by using open circuited, in the sense secondary terminals are open circuited. So open circuit test is always conducted on LV side. Whatever the LV winding is to be directly carried by the voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. So these three parameters are, we are conducting the open circuit test when we are getting three parameters: rated voltage, no load current and no load power. So no load power is always equal to iron loss in a transformer, which is independent of load. So I0 is equal to whatever the current is to be drawn from the supply, so which is always overcomes the iron losses. So this current is very small compared to the full load current. So that's why we are neglecting the copper losses. We are neglecting the copper losses. So that is the open circuit test. Open circuit test. So we are conducting the open circuit test. Finally, when we are getting three values, V1, I0 and W0. So based on these three parameters, so we can calculating some parameters. We are calculating some parameters. So first one is, so W0 is equal to no load power factor. So no load power. So W0 is equal to no load power is equal to W0 is equal to V1 I0 into cos phi naught. Cos phi naught. So this is the power equation of a transformer. So no load power is equal to V1 input current and input voltage multiplied with power factor angle between voltage and current. So in this, cos phi naught is equal to W naught divided by V1 into I naught. V1 into I naught. So V1 is the input voltage, I naught is no load current, W naught is the output or no load power. So then finally cos phi naught is equal to, that means no load power factor, which is approximately varies between 0.3 to 0.5. So because of small amount of current is to be drawn from the supply, which is always influenced by the magnetic core in a transformer. Magnetic core is a highly inductive nature. So power factor is also very small. Power factor is also very small. So that's why, so phi naught is equal to cos inverse of W naught divided by V1 into I naught. V1 into I naught. So based on these three values, so we can easily calculating the power factor angle. So second one is power factor angle. Second one is, so IC or core loss component. IC is equal to, so based on the phasor diagrams of a transformer, so which is equal to IC component and IM component. So resultant of these two is equal to I naught current. So angle between these two is equal to phi naught. So then core loss component IC is equal to I naught into cos phi naught. So I naught is known value. So because of this value is to be coming from the open circuit test. So cos phi naught is also known value, which is in between 0.3 to 0.5. Then we can easily find out the IC value. So other than this expression, we are also calculating the W naught divided by V1. So based on this expression is also, we are easily calculating the core loss component. So after that, so we can calculating the magnetizing component is equal to square root of I naught square minus IC square. I naught square minus IC square. Otherwise, or IM is equal to I naught into sin phi naught. So based on these two expressions, any one of the expression can be used to calculating the magnetizing current. So which is always in phase with the flux component. So IM is equal to I naught into sin phi naught. So from this diagram, phi naught is equal to in terms of some degrees, either 76 degrees or 75. So which is also varies in between 70 to 80 degrees. So sin of 70 to 80 degrees is to multiplied with I naught. Finally, when we are getting the magnetizing component. So based on the open circuit test, we are always calculating the circuit parameters. So these are all called as a circuit parameters. So such as circuit parameters. Are, so one is cos phi naught. Second one is IC value. Third one is IM value. So these are the three values. Okay. So W naught is equal to or cos phi naught, finally phi naught, and then core loss component and magnetizing component. So these are the parameters is to be calculated from the open circuit test. So second one is short circuit test. short circuit test. So in this test, which is also connected across the auto transformer, the variable point is to be connected across the voltmeter and ammeter across the transformer, primary of a transformer. So but in case of a short circuit test, the secondary of a terminals is to be completely short circuited by thin wire, which is to be short circuited by thin wire. So this is the single phase transformer. So in this also voltmeter, and which is also measured by the WS, short circuit power. So voltage is to be given by the, so which is equal to VSC. So short circuited voltage. So in this also we are getting the secondary terminals of a transformer is to be short circuited. So then short circuit test is always conducted on HV side. So that means which is equal to 0 to 230 volts. 0 to 230 volts. So secondary side is 0 to 115 volts. Secondary side is 0 to 115 volts is to be short circuited. So HV or short circuit test is always conducted on HV side. But in case of a open circuit test is always conducted on LV side. So that is the difference between these two tests. Another one is, so when we are applying the small amount of voltage, so that is either VSC is the 10 to 12% of rated voltage. 12% of rated voltage is to be applied across the primary of a transformer, HV side of a transformer. So corresponding full load current is to be flowing through the secondary side. So that's why small amount of voltage is to be applied across the primary of a transformer. Corresponding full load current is to be flowing through the secondary side of a transformer, which is to be drawn from the supply. So in this also when we are getting three parameters, so which is equal to VSC is to measured by voltmeter. So that is short circuited voltage. Another one is ISC. So that is full load current or short circuited current. Third one is WSC. So WSC is the short circuited power. So in this test is always conducted on full load current or full load condition. So full load condition means transformer is to be operates on full load condition at that instant when we are getting three parameters. One is the short circuited current voltage, short circuited current and short circuited power. So based on these three values, so we are also calculating some more parameters. So similarly, so WSC is equal to VSC into ISC into cos phi SC, short circuited power factor angle. So then cos phi SC is equal to WSC divided by VSC into ISC. So from this equation, phi SC is equal to cos inverse of WSC divided by VSC into ISC. So from this, phi SC is equal to cos inverse of WSC by VSC into ISC. Okay. So then, so we are easily calculating the RSC. So because of what are the indications of WSC? So which is always is equal to transformer is to be operates on full load condition. So that means when we are getting the full load copper losses. So the parameter of full load copper losses, so we are neglecting the iron losses because of small amount of voltage is to be applied across the primary of a transformer. Corresponding flux generated by the transformer is also very small. Then hysteresis and eddy current loss are also very small. So based on the magnitude of a copper losses, so hysteresis loss is very less. very very less. So that's why iron losses is always neglected compared to the eddy copper losses. So WSC is always indicated as full load copper losses. Full load copper losses. Full load copper losses. So WSC is equal to ISC square into RSC. ISC square into RSC. So RSC is equal to WSC is also known value which is to be coming from the given circuit diagram. Second one is ISC, short circuited current, that is full load current. Full load current. So ISC square. So in this also we are calculating the RSC. So what about the ZSC, short circuited impedance? ZSC is equal to square root of, so which is equal to, impedance is equal to VSC divided by ISC. VSC divided by ISC. So impedance value is known value, RSC is also known value. So then XSC is equal to square root of ZSC square minus RSC square. RSC square. So XSC is equal to square root of ZSC square whole square minus RSC whole square. So from this short circuit test, so we are always calculating the three parameters. So one is cos phi SC, another one is RSC, ZSC and XSC. So what are the indications of these three parameters? What are the indications of these three parameters? Secondary terminals must be short circuited in the sense whatever the resistance and reactance of a secondary side is completely referred to the primary side. So then only, so we are easily calculating the equivalent resistance and equivalent reactance of a transformer referred to HV side. So which is equal to, which is also indicated as either R01, Z01 or X01. So because of which is to be referred to primary side. So based on these parameters we can easily find out the R02, Z02 and X02. R02, X02 and Z02. Okay. So based on these parameters only we can easily find out the efficiency of a transformer. So before going to the measurement of a efficiency, so first of all we are always measuring by using a open circuit test, we are always calculating the some parameters, cos phi naught, core loss component and magnetizing component. By using of short circuit test, we are always calculating RSC, ZSC and XSC. So by using of these expressions, first of all, what is the expression of a efficiency of a transformer? Efficiency of a transformer. So in this efficiency of a transformer is equal to output divided by input. Which is equal to output divided by output plus losses. So total loss in a transformer is equal to either iron losses or copper losses. So then the output of a transformer is equal to V2 R02 cos phi 2 divided by, so this is the output of a transformer. Okay. So otherwise, so we are also considered as V2 into I2 into cos phi 2. So V2 into I2 into cos phi 2 output of a transformer plus iron losses plus copper losses. So which is equal to X square into PCU. So in this, the output of a transformer divided by output plus total losses. So these are the total losses. So pi plus x square into pcu. So because of, so without presenting the x square, so we can written as a v2 i2 cos phi 2 by v2 i2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus 1 into pcu. 1 into pcu means, so this expression is valid for whenever the transformer is to be operates on full load condition. Transformer is to be operates on full load condition, then only we are without presenting the x value, which is to be directly multiplied with 1 into PCU. So but in case of a copper, losses are always depends on load, operating load on the transformer, operating load on the transformer. The actual efficiency of a transformer is equal to x into v2 i2 cos phi 2 divided by x into v2 i2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus x square into pcu, x square into pcu into multiplied with 100, into multiplied with 100. So efficiency of a transformer must be is equal to x. So x is the some fraction which is to multiplied with power output of a transformer, power output of a transformer. So which is equal to, so x is defined as actual load divided by full load, actual load divided by full load. So actual load in the sense, just like we are representing the percentage of load is to be applied on the transformer, which is equal to either 10%, 20%, 30% or 80% or 75%. So which is equal to 0. For example, when we are considering 75%, 0.75 by 1, 0.75 by 1. Full load is equal to, is always is equal to 1. So 0.75. So because of copper losses are always depends on the load condition. So transformer is to be operates on full load condition. Full load by full load is equal to 1. X is equal to 1, which is to be substituting 1 square. 1 square into PCU is also is equal to PCU. So that means full load copper losses. Full load copper losses. So this is the, any type of load is to be operates on the transformer when you are calculating the efficiency of a transformer by using this expression. So but in case of a V2 I2 cos phi 2 by V2 I2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus x square, x is equal to 1. That means PCU. So this expression is valid for only full load condition. Only full load condition. So then x is equal to 1 represents the actual load. For example, transformer is to be operates on full load condition. So that means x is equal to 1 by 1. So we can easily substituting the x is equal to 1. V2 I2 cos phi 2 by V2 I2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus PCU. Otherwise, 50% of load is to be operates on the transformer. 0.5 into V2 I2 cos phi 2 divided by 0.5 into V2 I2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus x square, 0.5 whole square into PCU. 0.5 whole square into PCU, because of which is always depends on load. So why we are getting x square? So because of copper losses is equal to ISC square into RSC. ISC square. So whatever the losses is to be existing in a transformer is always square of the current. Square of the current. That fraction is also multiplied with x square. X square. So these are the efficiency of a transformer. So V2 into I2 is the kVA of a transformer. So which is also is equal to neta is equal to x into volt amperes. Volt amperes into cos phi 2 divided by x into VA into cos phi 2 plus pi plus x square into PCU full load. PCU full load into 100. So volt amperes. So why we are transformer rating is to be represented in volt amperes. So because of transformer is to be operates on full load condition, or transformer rating is to be represented in kilovolt amperes. Kilovolt amperes. So iron losses is always depends on the voltage. Copper losses are always depends on the current. So that's why the rating of a transformer is also represented in volt amperes. Based on that reason only we are representing kilovolt amperes. just like a transformer rating is to be represented in either 2 kVA transformer, 10 kVA transformer. So kVA is the kilovolt amperes. Why we are representing kVA? Voltage is always directly proportional to the, or which is always depends on iron losses. Ammeter or current is always depends on copper losses. So based on depends of these two parameters, so we are transformer rating is to be represented in kilovolt amperes. Kilovolt amperes. So that is the another reason. So based on this equation, so we can draw the characteristics or characteristics between the efficiency versus load. So which is equal to load. So that means just like a x. So which is equal to 0.25, 0.5. So 50% of load, 0.75 is equal to full load. So in both the conditions, so we are always using either 10%, 20 up to 100%. So the characteristics is to be drawn between these two is like this. So this is the efficiency curve of a transformer. Efficiency curve of a transformer. Okay. So after reaching the maximum value, which is to be reduces. So how to get the curve is to be coming into the linearly increases to maximum value, after that which is to be reduced to minimum value, because of transformer is also getting the maximum condition of a transformer. So this expression is to be differentiation of efficiency with respect to x when is equal to 0 when we are getting the maximum condition of a transformer. So this is the open circuit test, short circuit test and efficiency of a transformer. So next class onwards we are using efficiency problems related to OC and SC test. So by conducting open circuit test, we are always calculating these three parameters. By conducting short circuit test, we are always calculating RSC, ZSC and XSC. So by using of these 6 values, so we can easily find out the efficiency of a transformer.